Chapter 1. Core Exercises in Relation to the 4 Strokes. No matter what form of swimming you are pursuing, whether it be recreational swimming, diving, or racing, you need to have a balanced core. Many problems have come in swimming from having an unbalanced core, both in the abdominal and lower back areas. This is not a hard area to develop injuries to, no matter what form of movement you are doing. People get lower back problems just from walking at times or wearing the wrong shoes. In swimming, it's easier to overdevelop one portion of the body or group of muscles over another, because we all like to usually favor one portion of our body or our dominant side. This usually leads to over-enlargement of muscle on that portion and leaves the weaker side to overcompensate. This leads to uneven stroke, bad posture, walking and running problems, nerve impingement, compressed discs, neck problems, and the list just goes on and on. When swimming competitively, there are 4 strokes: the butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. There is also a combination of these 4 into the individual medley in the order of fly, back, breast, and free. In the case of competitive swimmers, most are trained either in a specific stroke they excel at, with a balance of freestyle, or they are trained to be versatile in all 4 strokes and varying distances. This looks impressive to a college coach, but can, as stated above, lead to bad problems if not done with a stable core. This is because there are 2 short axis and 2 long axis strokes, and when trained as a whole in the IM, for example, you are changing muscle groups 4 times in a race during a single effort. Lots of compressions and changes in movement are occurring, and it can be hard to train muscles to cover all of them. Butterfly and breaststroke are called short axis for their upward action and downward propulsion in moving forward. Backstroke and freestyle are long axis strokes, in that they provide movement forward by pulling and kicking with the long arm strokes, while being supplemented by a long axis rotation along the spine or center of the body. Core exercises are crucial to each part of the 4 strokes. The harmful effects of overtraining a swimmer can be heightened when training one stroke for too long over extensive periods of time. The more notorious of the 2 strokes for lower back injuries are breaststroke and butterfly. Butterfly and breaststroke have compression movements, more so than free and backstroke. Many do not perform the butterfly correctly, and when left unchecked by a coach, this leads to hyperextension of the back and upper body, further leading to pinched nerves and discs in the neck and back. Breaststroke is not so much harmful in terms of butterfly, but can lead to lower back problems during the frog kick portion, as we call it, in the kicking portion of the breaststroke. Both fly and breast contain undulating motions which are moving forward, and when performed out of sync, the back problems begin to flare up. This can be quite common in young teenagers between the ages of 15 to 17 years of age after poor training habits in their earlier years. Swimmers will complain of lower back tightness, claim that their side hurts when they breathe on freestyle, say they can't feel the water on one portion of their body over another, or that there is a numb feeling. This numbing feeling is usually associated with a compressed or bulging disc in the back, leading to sciatic nerve problems. At the worst, this problem can eventually take over a whole side of a person's body, from fingertip to toe. Obviously, at this state, much rehab and careful training efforts in the water are needed to fix this problem. At the worst part, it may just be too late for that person, and there is permanent damage for the rest of his or her swimming career, and maybe even their life. This is something coaches of all backgrounds just hate to deal with because of how frustrating it is. This has to be taken care of with stabilizing the core and done early enough to prevent injury or hinder what may already be present. Burn that one into your memory if you have to. Stabilize the core. Plus, it will save huge on the bill medical claims involved in going to a physical therapist to begin with. Okay, sorry. Point made. Moving on. Simply put, your core or abdominal and lower back muscles need to be balanced as well as evenly trained to provide for better overall or symmetrical balance and to get less strenuous on the muscles and nerves in that area. Plus, on a small side note, You'll look great and trim some of that belly fat off too, as well as coming to feel stronger and better about your daily physique too. When swimmers come and say, "My lower back is tight," or "I feel something is pinching my nerve and something feels numb or wrong," heat and stretching can help initially with the problem, as well as some sort of anti-inflammatory. These will, however, only go so far. Many make the mistake of thinking the lower back needs to be stretched or treated to fix this situation. This is true in some respects, but balance is key. Focusing on how the abdominal muscles are not supporting the back and leading to compression or nerve impingement and how to buff them up will help immensely. Over some time, the athlete will notice that less pressure is on his or her back or affected area going forward. Stretching and core exercises. Stretching, of course, is what we should do initially to prevent injury in any sport. Core exercises are to stabilize, but even before performing them, you should stretch. Your muscles are put together in a cross-linked fashion and are elastic. Now here's the catch though. Overdo it and injury is around the corner. Underdo it and the same will happen, but in a different form. The cross-linked fashion or elasticity they are formed in need oxygen, hydration, and energy to perform at its best. Otherwise, we form lactic acid and the energetic cycle of the muscle is halted. Done too long, this leads to problems. If done right out of the cannon, this causes cramps because the muscle's elasticity is too overwhelmed from the beginning without being warmed up to stretch back and forth. Stretching the lower back and abs muscles are crucial prior to doing the exercises. This is especially so when this is mostly the source of the problem we are trying to heal. We don't want to make the problem worse by doing these movements incorrectly. After some proper stretching techniques, we will be able to perform some back exercises as well as stability movements to balance the core out. We will first perform the following back stretches. Pelvic tilt. This is a flat position on your back with the knees raised up, feet flat on the floor, and arms resting palms down on the floor. Next, you will press your lower back with your stomach muscles into the ground, focusing on your center. Compress and hold for 5 seconds, then release. Do this 3 times or until you feel tension in your back decrease. Cat arch. Get on your hands and knees with palms facing downward. Now, relax your neck and raise your spine up from your lower back while keeping your palms and knees flat on the ground. This will look like a cat arching its back when it gets angry or intimidated. In this case, however, you should be feeling more relaxed as you go through the motion. Streamline stretch. Get your body into a streamlined position with your arms over your head and behind your ears. Now reach upward as far as you can in that position while pressing upwards on your toes. Hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. Forward plank. This exercise is a much more preferred way to help stabilize your core, abdominal, and lower back muscles compared to doing a traditional crunch or sit-up. Sit-ups and crunches, if done improperly, can lead to further lower back injury, as well as the vertebra and muscles in the neck as well. Here, you lay on your stomach and then raise your body up on your toes and forearms, keeping the forearms shoulder-width apart and tucked under your body. The objective here is to depend on your core abdominal muscles to support you while keeping your spine straight while remaining relaxed in the neck. Side plank. This is a plank like above, but this time on your side with the forearm resting on the ground as well as feet stacked one on top of the other. Remember to keep the spine straight and the neck relaxed. Hold this exercise for a minute. Wall sit. This can be fun and intimidating at the same time. My coach used to sit on my lap and hose down the wall so no grip was there for us. Ouch! Okay. Here you sit with your back against the wall, arms out, and a 90-degree bend between your shins and your thighs. Hold until fatigue or for a set time like 30 seconds to a minute, and then move up as you get stronger over time. Leg arm raises. Here, you lie on your stomach with feet and arms extended outward. Now, raise the opposite arm to the opposite leg and hold for 30 seconds. Leg lifts. Here, you lie flat on your back. Put your hands to your side and raise your legs about 6 to 8 inches off of the ground and hold until fatigue or for 30 seconds and build as you get stronger. Crunches. Basic, rotational, reverse. Here we perform the basic crunch in 3 formations. Basic. The traditional crunch with arms preferably over chest, feet planted on the ground evenly, knees slightly bent. Now lift upward from the abs and not, I repeat, not with or from your neck. Lifting with your neck will cause you trouble in your neck and later on in your extremities. Rotational, aka bicycle crunches. Perform these starting in the regular crunch position. However, here you will have your hands across your chest and arms behind the head and bring your right elbow to your left knee and vice versa with your left elbow and your right knee. Again, do not use your neck in a forceful fashion. Reverse. Here, you lie on your stomach and put your hands behind your head. Now, lift your head slightly off the ground in a slight and smooth repeating fashion. Again, do not overextend your neck. Great! We've finished the abdominal portion of the exercises that will help strengthen your core and help in prevention of further lower back injuries or severe nerve impingements. Plus, you should have a nice six-pack over time that would make well for you and your physique. Please remember to perform the exercises as stated and shown in the pictures. Do not go haywire or rush through it. Remember, when done correctly, it will benefit and not harm you. Now, after we finish these abdominal exercises, we will use a balance and stability exercise to stretch things out. This helps if you are sore after performing the exercises above and will also relieve any minor tightness associated with the exercise that you should not just walk off on. Opposite arm leg extension. Here again we see the position where you are flat on your stomach. This time you raise your opposite arm and leg in a fashion where you can stretch out each extremity as far as you can without overstraining. This is only one stretch but works wonders after doing the above exercises. If you don't feel great after one round and have time, then do another set until you begin to feel like you are loosening up well. Remember, proper stretching, warm-up, and stretching after workout are keys to success here. If you are extremely pressed for time and can't do them properly, then just move forward and do them later on that day or the next morning. You are most limber at night before going to bed, so if you have a second wind at night, that's a good time to do some core exercises. Some of the others coming up can be done in the morning before you get your day started, or all together in one shot during a set workout time. Okay, moving onward.